What's up guys, Devil Gamer here. Today we're going to be talking about the nice little gem that came with the Firestorm update, and that is the BM-824 Russian Multiple Rocket Launch System. Now this thing may not look intimidating as fuck, but damn, it is probably one of the best vehicles that you could possibly take out after this new update. The reason being, it has 24 rockets on it. That's right, 24 rockets that you can ripple off as fast as you can click. This tank is insane. Before we talk about it a little bit more, let's talk about the armor on this thing. It's at 29 millimeters, 46 millimeters. I got up here 35 at a 20-degree slope, 39. Let's look at the side, 15 millimeters, rear 31, 20, but that is a 72 slope. So effectively, very little armor. Let's look at the inside of it. Nice little compact, tight crew. Oh, that thing had to be terrible to ride in, but it's crazy. Let's look at its speed. This thing's speed is 26 miles an hour, only 5 tons. Its turret rotation speed is 12.6 degrees, but you'll see in the gameplay it can only traverse just a little bit side to side. It's mostly a front firing system. Fire rate 180 shots per minute. That's pretty much as fast as you can hit it. Reload 10 seconds, and its visibility 125%. This thing you pretty much spotted right off the get-go. Battle rating, though, is the special part of it. Battle rating 2.3. So what does that mean exactly? Well, let's go in game and talk about this little thing, and we'll explain. So what it actually means is that this tank is super fucking trolly. This is a Tier 1 rocket tank. Tier 1 rocket tank. You go up against things like Stewart's, T-60s, BT. No, I don't think I think the BT-7 is a little higher. Panzer IIs, like things with small, light armor and terrible guns, and you have a rocket on you. You have rockets all over the place. It's just insanity. I mean, look at this thing. That's, boom, done. It just demolishes everything. Everything. This is the single most fun I've had in War Thunder is this round. Just walking around in this tiny little rocket tank with the lowest profile in the entire world and firing as many rockets as I can, demolishing everything. Sure, I get hit. Sure, it has its weak armor, but all you gotta do is hit something with it. That's it. One hit and it's game over. This thing just smokes all kinds of stuff, and it's got artillery with it. This thing is so awesome. Like here, I get hit, I'm on fire, I managed to shake it off. Oh, but guess what? The enemy's in front of me. Game over, bro, game over. But you'll see here, the one weakness this thing has is that its rocket rack can only traverse maybe about 10-15 degrees to the right and left. That's about it, so you have to front towards enemy, which is okay in a sense, but at the same time, you know, you're weakly armored. But it's so tiny, I mean, this thing can just wreck everything. Just demolishes everything in front of it. It is a pure troll tank. This isn't a leveling tank. This isn't, you know, a tank you can sit there and grind out levels with. This is a tank you hop in when you're bored as hell and you just want to Shrek everybody just learning the game. That's basically what you do with this thing. I mean, it is ridiculous. I mean, destroyed. Just demolish everything. This thing is fast, it's small, it's nimble, and it's got a ton of rocket ammo on it. A lot of people said, you know, they were worried about how when they started bringing out these rocket tanks, how they would stack up and, you know, be fair towards, you know, all the other tanks and, you know, tiering and everything like that. Well, I wasn't in that group for a while. I got the Calliope, or however you say it, and all the other rocket tanks. They were, you know, they were fine. They were really weakly armored against their tiering that they're in. But this thing is on a whole other level. This is a Tier 1. I mean, at that point, it's just insanity. Anything that, I mean, you have to one-shot this thing, because if you get hit by it, it's game over. There's no surviving it. The weakly armored tanks you go up against this are going to split like cans. There's no going about it. So this thing is definitely one of the first tanks I'll actually say is legit OP. A premium that is legit OP, just based off the tiering. But you can't increase the tiering on it because, lo and behold, it's only a Tier 1. So, I mean, it's lightly armored. It's in the Tier 1 bracket for a reason, because it shares the same armor capabilities as Tier 1 tanks. So you can't throw this in like a Tier 3 and hope for the best, because it doesn't work like that. it'll get demolished instantly. So this has to be at the tier 1 battle rating, unfortunately. So therefore, by default, and its weapon system, it becomes OP. But that doesn't mean you can't kill it. It's pretty easy to kill. I mean, at the point that the rack only faces to the front, all you gotta do is get up on its side, and then all he has to do is try to traverse around. And at that point, all you gotta do is just stay out of the front of the rack, and you're good to go. So, it's definitely easy. And at the same time, you can damage the rack. The rack is a high profile. It does have a hitbox on it. You can hit it with HE ammo, damage it severely, causing him to repair, and then have to push it around. But of course, it's so light, at only 5 tons, you can't take down a light post. I mean, it's definitely a ridiculous tank. I had so much fun with this thing. It's just a nice little break from, like, you know, your tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 battles of just, you know, stress and, you know, trying to angle and everything. Just kind of roll around in this little fun, light rocket tank. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a blast. But at the same time, I feel bad for everybody else I go against, because, I mean, it just demolishes everything. I mean, look at this. Just shrekking everything. The shrapnel rate on these rocket rounds is insanity. This tank is freaking nuts. The whole thing is nuts. It's definitely... I haven't told you guys to really purchase many tanks, except for the SU-100Y, which is amazing. But if you play War Thunder regularly, and you're just looking for a break, maybe kind of make the game interesting and new for you instead of grinding out and, you know, having some fun, get the BM8. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to take out in low-tier games, and it's interesting how it plays in it, because there's nothing really that can compete with it. Everything's on a level playing field at tier 1, and there's really nothing that you can bounce shots off of or even, you know, get yourself into trouble. But it's a fun little tank. It's so much fun. It's refreshing fun, because it's just a dirt tank. It really is. This thing is nuts. You know, the one weakness though is that rack. That really is that rack. I mean, you'll see here, I'll start repairing as stuff comes up on my left, and there's not really much I can do. I mean, if I were to repair, I can't traverse my turret. I can't do anything. I can only traverse my tank. So definitely you're at your weakest when you're repairing, because most times you can actually traverse in tanks while you're repairing. Traverse your turret, fire, protect yourself, but you can't traverse your tank. This thing requires you to traverse, basically. So at that point, you know, you're so just kind of out in the open and stuck. And I mean, the reload rate on this thing, even though you have to reload each and every single one of those rockets, is so fast. It's insanely fast. And you know, it just reminds me of, like, you ever play like Halo in the rocket launcher, doing like rocket jumps? That's how this tank feels. It just feels like your little rocket jump tank. It's just basically go around and just Shrek stuff with it. It's a lot of fun. This tank is really awesome. The BM8, I mean, it's just such a low-tiered, awesome, fun tank. And I was definitely going for the rocket kill here. That would have been amazing, but no such luck, Devil Dog. No such luck. And you see here, I mean, I physically have to turn it, and then, hello. Nothing stands against it. You get a hit, and you're dead. This tank is amazing. This tank is definitely a nice little spice it up to War Thunder. It's not anywhere tiered high. It's nothing really special, but it's just fun. It's a fun tank to play. It's definitely nice kind of change of pace from the seriousness of, you know, having to worry about armor and angling. It's just a fun tank to go around and mess around with. So definitely, if you have some extra cash, pick it up. It's definitely one of the surprising little gems with this new update. It's definitely a really, really awesome tank. Definitely check it out. If you guys want more War Thunder, definitely let me know in the comments below. But quickly before we go, not too long ago I did a sponsored video for Ubisoft on the Crew Wild Run, which actually releases today. If you were interested in the Crew Wild Run, check out, I have an annotation down the bottom right. Check out the video I did. If you like the video, get the game. If not, oh well. Definitely check it out. But it's a fun game. I definitely enjoyed it. But, you know, it's up to you. Whatever. But anyways, if you want more War Thunder, let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.